kids are back in school, parents might want to know how important sleep is when it comes to school success.
So how do poor sleeping habits affect students? Our chief health editor, Dr. Nandi, joins us now with answers. Dr. Nandi?
So Brian and Heather, I talk about this to my kids all the time because sleep, to me, is food for the brain. If a child of any age is not getting enough shut-eye, they won't feel alert enough, which can affect their learning. They work slower, they can struggle with concentration, forgetting teacher directions or what they've just been reading. They're also moodier, more irritable or hyper, and they can also be more impulsive. But when a student gets the right amount of sleep, guess what happens? They report being more energetic and they have fewer attention and behavioral issues. And that's because their brains and bodies can function at their best.
So how much sleep do kids actually need?
So Heather, the amount of sleep students need really depends on how old they are. So I'll break it down. For 3 to 5-year-olds, they need between 10 and 13 hours per day, and that includes naps. For 6 to 12-year-olds, about 9 to 12 hours every night. And lastly, teenagers, those night owl teenagers need between 8 and 10 hours per night. This can be challenging because they often hate going to bed at a decent time, but tired teens can really struggle in school, and they do not do as well when compared to well-rested teens, bottom line.
I know parents have bedtime problems as well because, like you just said, kids just don't want to go to sleep. So are there any tips that you can share there?
100%, Brian, every night. So as a parent, I can really relate to that. My wife and I, if we don't follow our bedtime routine every night, it is nearly impossible to get the kids to bed. So what we do is have them brush their teeth at the same time, get in their pajamas then, and it's time to read bedtime stories. This really helps get them settled down in a routine. And I have some prescriptions as well to share. Have a consistent bedtime. It should be the same time every night. And also shut off electronics about an hour before bed and don't allow them in bedrooms. It's way too tempting, especially for teens. And lastly, if you have teenagers, get their feedback on how they can get the recommended amount of sleep they need. You got to come up with some kind of a bedtime solution that works for both them and you. It'll pay off. It's sometimes very difficult, but it'll pay off. They'll be better rested and perform better.
It is a battle though, Doc.
All right.
Great advice. Thank you.
And if you have any questions or health concerns for the doctor, you can email him, Dr. Nandi, at askdrnandi.com or send it to us on Facebook or Twitter.